Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about why I feel that this is the perfect setup that you could have for daily driving and off-roading, as well as answer your questions on what tires, suspension, and rims I run on my Tacoma. Now keep in mind this is all going to be a subjective experience. It's going to be my own personal stories and experience. So feel free to comment down below what you guys are running, what your thoughts are, and let's go ahead, let's jump into it. So tires, I mean, they're what grips the ground, right? So they're probably one of the more important things on your truck. That's why I like to run an all-terrain tire or a rough terrain tire like these Wild Peak RT4s. They're brand new tires. That's what I'm running right now. When I first started the channel, you guys saw me running the Wild Peak AT3s. That was a previous tread pattern from the Wild Peak. I was super impressed with those tires. That's why I'm running these right now. These RT4s are similar in the way that they handle off-road as well as in the rain and the elements and whatnot. I'm super impressed with them. I really like them. They have more of an aggressive tread pattern, and they're a brand new tire, so I haven't been able to throw like snow or anything crazy at them yet, but through rain and mud so far, they are awesome. They handle just as well as the AT3s like you'd expect, right? With the more aggressive pattern through the mud and the rain, it just handles great. I haven't lost any kind of traction yet. Except for in this video over here when I was pulling a four-wheeler up some pretty steep crap. It was super sandy. It was super small, like gravel and super hard compact ground underneath, going up steep grades. So as you can expect, I'm in fully aired up, pulling a heavy trailer and a four-wheeler behind you, all the stuff loaded in the back, two-wheel drive, going up steep stuff. It lost a little bit of traction there. Good enough though that I'd throw it up in 4 high and it'd go up the hills no problem. So traction hasn't been an issue at all whatsoever, except for in that experience. But come on, what else do you expect going up stuff like that, pulling a trailer anyway? And so I like to run 285s. That width is what I like for what I'm doing, handling mud and dirt and whatnot, just going off-road and handling trails, nothing crazy. Plus, if you look at it, I mean, where it sticks out a little bit on the truck, makes it look super mean, gives it a really cool off-road look, a super aggressive look when you're going down the road. So not only does the 285 fit the wheel well, incredibly well, makes the truck look great, it also gives you that great handling off-roading in the elements. I've only noticed a little bit of rubbing. Granted, the plastic is coming off in my wheel wells, but a little bit of rubbing when they're brand new isn't anything crazy. So 285, that's what I like. That's what I enjoy on my truck. In addition to that, these are 33s. I think that the 33 gives me great height in any situation. Like I said, it fits the wheel well, great, with minimal rubbing. If anything, it's just rubbing on my worn down plastic. So all in all, with my experience with the RT4s, running a 285 as well as 33-inch tires is like perfect. It hits the sweet spot when you're going off-road. You notice the clearance. When you're going down on pavement, it looks great and it sounds great, so nothing to worry about there. I've owned this truck for 2 years and I've just found that this is perfect. It just hits a spot that's where you don't need any crazy lift or anything like that to manage your tires and get you a good looking truck, help you in situations off-road and in the elements. That fitment of tires work really, really well. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to jump behind the tire. I know I've touched on this in the past. If you'd like to go check out this video, I do a little walk around. I talk about this a little bit, and I also show you the rest of what I've done to my truck. It's an older video, let's go check it out. While you're here, then let's go ahead, let's jump behind the tire. I bought my truck pre-owned 2 years ago, and it came with Bilstein 5100s. They're a 2.0 reservoir and a 2.5-inch lift. With the lift, obviously it makes the truck look great in addition to the tires, but also it's cost effective, which I really, really like. You know me, I like to keep things on a budget. Comparing that to other suspensions, it's kind of like right in the middle. Now with these Bilstein, I've noticed off-road when I'm going down dips and hitting bumps, hitting rocks and whatnot, it's an extremely smooth ride. Comparing that to a stock suspension, of course, it's going to be a lot better, but it handles extremely well. If you guys know, and just from my experience, the handling on these guys is insane. What I mean by that is when you're going down a bumpy trail, you're hitting rocks, you're hitting dips in the roads. Some suspension, some trucks, just depending on the situation, can rock a little bit too much or can kind of slip out of the way going down a trail. But with the Bilstein, when I'm going down the trail and I hit those types of terrain, it handles really well. I can get back in control super fast, and I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it, but You hit a rock, you hit a bump, you hit something that you see coming, hits it, handles it, takes the edge off, and you're able to get back on the trail and just keep going. You're not going crazy or going off the road. Now, maybe when you're going down on pavement, I've been able to notice a little bit with the suspension in this truck. When you're hitting pavement with like those freeway dips or like the dips on the roads that's from erosion, if there's too many and it's too consistent, you might notice that a little bit more versus in like a car or other stock suspension. But other than that, I've been super impressed. It's a super smooth ride. It fits a budget, right? It's not expensive. And just like with the tires, it hits a sweet spot. It's just that perfect level of handling, smooth ride when you're going down the road and off-road, and it won't kill your budget, right? Now, I know I'm going to want to upgrade my suspension in the future, at least hopefully, maybe get a bigger reservoir, maybe a little bit more of a lift, fit bigger tires under there, who knows? Now, if somebody wants to sponsor that suspension upgrade, wink, wink, that'd be awesome. Anyway, now let's talk about the rims. So the rims that I'm rocking on my Tacoma are the Pro Comp 32 series. I think we need to get a new paint job done to them, make them look nice and shiny, pretty them up a little bit. Now these wheels, they're aluminum. They're a super nice wheel. I mean, just taking a look at them, that's kind of what a rim is, right? To express a look on your truck and be strong enough to handle bumps and dips on the road. These are super heavy duty. I really like them because they're not super open. They're a dark color. It matches the scheme that we're going with my truck, right? That blackout scheme that we've got going. If you've been following along, you know that's what we're going for. But maybe you guys can agree with me on this. It's not super open. It's more classic. It's more of a classic look, more of a closed and just simple look to it. I mean, I don't like a super open or swishy swooshy with all these lines that make it super pretty. But taking a look at them, I like them because they're more of a classic, not so open or pretty look, if that makes sense. Maybe you guys can agree with me on this, but I like classic and more simple look when it comes to a rim. I don't like something that's super open or has a bunch of lines or swooshes that people are putting on their trucks nowadays. I don't know. Maybe you guys can agree with me on that, but it's super closed. It's just simple, right? There's nothing crazy looking about it. They're perfect for me. I really like them. I've got plenty of compliments on these before. They fit my needs and work really, really well. It might not be the most popular rim out there, especially in my area, but I think they look pretty sweet. And hey, if you see any curb rash on these rims, it's not for me. So what do you guys think? Is that the perfect setup? For me, it hits a sweet spot. It's how I bought this truck, and over the 2 years that I've owned my truck, what I've experienced is perfect. Can't get any better with a smooth ride, with a great look on the truck, great tires, all that fun stuff. Don't be scared. Feel free. Leave your comments down below. Leave your thoughts. Leave your setups. I love talking to you guys about that kind of stuff. It's super fun, super cool that we can come together, talk about these things, and just be a like-minded community here, especially on the channel. I appreciate every single one of you that hits that subscribe button, grows the channel even further, grows this community. It's a really cool thing. Wish I could show my gratitude even more. And the camera just doesn't do it justice for how much I really express my gratitude for you guys. You guys are awesome. Head over to outdoortaco.com. We got hats, we got shirts, decals. I appreciate you so much for supporting me. We'll see you in the next one. Who else takes their kids' toys off-road? If you guys noticed that in the video, you have to comment that you saw this, like the video. That's so funny. I forgot it was back here. But then I'm rewatching the video. This was back here. I think that's hilarious. Oh well.